She, 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 publishing. She, publishing. She, publishing. She, publishing. She, 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 publishing. She, publishing. She,
Hey. Y'all know how I do. Welcome to the ShePub Network, where we talk books, authors, and publishers. My name is Shanita Finesse, and I am the CEO and founder of She Publishing LLC. And today, do we not have a treat for you like we always do, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we do. So, if you are in the room, one of the things we want you to do is put your name and where you're from in the chat because we love to give away prizes. All right. So, today we are scheduled to have two of the Men of She on the ShePub Network, and they are going to be sharing their stories. One of our authors actually just signed up for an 8 city book tour, so he may not be in the building tonight, but that is totally fine. We are still going to be representative of him and what he does. So again, if you are here live on the ShePub Network, I want you to put your name in the chat. Tell us where you're from. All right. So, the first thing I actually want to tell you about before we get started is what we have is we do something annual for our authors. We have an annual She Conference and Networking Convention, and this year it is the Shades of Blue and Gold Authors Gala. We want to say hey to Tiffany Jackson. She is one of our sister authors to the publishing company. Hey, we can't wait to see you there. She will be in the building as well. We also have Angela in the building. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Thank you for joining and supporting She Publishing LLC, as well as the community of authors we have in our She family. All right, so I want to let y'all know what we have going on at this annual conference. Right. So we hope to see you there at the conference this year. It will be in the Chi-Town area, Orland Park, Illinois. Go to www.shepublishingllc.com to get your tickets. Again, that is www.shepublishingllc.com. You click on the tab for events, and you'll be able to see all the itinerary and everything that we have going on. All right, so look, it's time for us to chat it up. But the first thing I'd like to do is introduce the author who is not here today. The title of his book is Engineer Your Way. This is a pretty an amazing book. One of the things that we do for our authors is we create little mini promotional videos for them, and we want to share his promotional video just to promote his book and just to share with you what he has in store in his. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that is Engineer Your Way by Richnovated. And the word engineer actually is an acronym, and it stands for embrace, navigate, gratitude, innovate, nurture, emotion, empathy, and reassure. So definitely pick this book up from the She Shop or Amazon.com. But again, this is a really motivational book that you can get for your children, for young adults is what I'll say, and adults as well, even college students. So again, this is a really great book. Now, what I think some of y'all are waiting for is the author that we will interview tonight. His name is Marvin Michael O'Bryant. He is the author of, drum roll, please. Okay. I Woke Up Black. Help me welcome Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. Hello there. And everybody that's on. Good to see you. What a wonderful job you're doing. You're done.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. So it is an honor to have you on this platform. The author of I Woke Up Black, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have a copy of your own book?
Yes, it's right here.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. So Marvin
right
had
there.
quite a lot to say, you guys.
That's what
In this manuscript, definitely. And
hey,
so yep, and so we have Felicia in the building. Welcome, Felicia. She said, welcome to Mr. O'Brien. And
hello.
um, I'm going to go ahead and get started, ask you a few questions. And my first question is, and I think everybody may have this question, can you share what inspired you to write I Woke Up Black? And was there a specific moment or event that prompted you to tell this particular story?
Oh, that's kind of wild, but I will start with telling you that first of all, thank you for everything you've done. I love the way you handle the show. It's so professional, and I just want to say thank you for me to
Thank
you.
you.
What inspired me to write the book, I retired from barbering some years back, and I started writing books. This is my fifth book, and every day, so I was at home every day and seeing on social media. I saw so many Farrakhan's commercials. videos. And I was listening. And then something just popped in my head. I've been to see Farrakhan. I've got friends in the Nation of Islam, all that good stuff. I say, but all these speeches, what is the movement? Seem like we're not moving. So where do we go to? And so, to change the way we're getting the information of slavery and all this good stuff and what's going on in the world. But what is changing? I don't see no changes. So I had so many friends go to the Million Man's March. And they came back, and after a month or two, everything was back to normal. So I've been waiting on the next Million Man's March. So I said, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make a difference, just a little pinch of a difference, and maybe it can just explode across the nation. And I said, I'll put it in a book. We can stand on the street corners talk all day, but let's put it in a book. And what I really want to do is just, this book really is written. I feel I've written it basically so if any other race picks this book up, they can see what a man, middle age, 56, has to say about what's going on a daily basis. When is the changes going to come? Where's the love going to come? Yeah, when are we going to be able to shake hands again and hug and embrace other than just our people? So that's what inspired me to write it. I just want people to know, and even my race of people, Black people, to know that we can't stand behind that wall anymore of who did what to us, who did this and that. We got to move forward, come out from behind that wall, and be who you're supposed to be in this life. What God wants you to be.
Yeah, I love that. And I also really love the way you organized your book because you shared some real life experiences in this book. Um,
Yes.
so, I Woke Up Black, it discusses your experiences with racism and maybe even some forms of emancipation. But could you elaborate on one powerful moment from your journey that impacted you?
Well, the most thing that impacted me was coming from a small town from Pine Bluff, Little Rock, Arkansas. There's not a lot of movement there. A lot of people, as soon as they finish high school or college, they out of there quick as they can get out of there. There's not many. There's not enough jobs to take care of the economy. Uh, so in Little Rock, it's a bigger city, 30 miles away. But when I go back home, I don't see a change. You might see a new building here and there, but if you hit those back streets, those same people still sitting out on the front porch. So I wanted to do something different to try and inspire others, kind of like the Harriet Tubman type of deal. I mean, the not Harriet Tubman, yeah, Harriet Tubman type of deal. My bad. To where
Mhm.
she tried to bring her people from out of there to a better place. So I went to barber school, and I decided I wanted to be a great barber. So I paid attention in class. I watched others, and I mean truly watched others. Daily. I had my eye. So when I finished, it was quickly. I went to move to Dallas. I caught a Greyhound bus to Dallas with two suitcases and a bag of clippers, and within 6 years, I had my own business. I didn't even have a car. 6 years, I had my own business, and after that, several other barbershops came behind that, like 5 barbershops that I basically opened, sole proprietor. So my mission was to be an example that you can do this, and if I can get there, I'm going to reach back and try to get those to come like the Underground Railroad.
I love it. Yeah, I truly love that. Your story is definitely a testament to we can do all that we can do. Like I would never imagine that I would go somewhere with a pair of clippers, okay? And think that, and even imagine that I would be owning my own barbershop or my own business. So you can truly do what you want to do. I think this book is going to inspire many that they can do what they want to do, but it's also going to spark conversations,
Mm-hmm.
lots of conversations. So, your book just recently launched, and I'm not sure if your friends or if some of your friends have had the opportunity to read it, but you have friends across nationalities, you know?
Mhm. Yes, yes.
Um, do you know if they've read the book yet?
No, we're basically launching on this end October
Hmm.
1st. So yeah, I
Okay.
I have Caucasian friends already that text me, where can I get the book, especially my school teachers. And
Yes.
I'm getting ready for a big book signing there in Pine Bluff, Arkansas on October the 14th. And I'm expecting probably about, I'm inviting 300 people to show up. So I'll probably get close to that. Uh, but I'll be blessed if I get 100. I'm happy. So a lot of those are school teachers and classmates, and definitely some other race of people too. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. So, your book, it seems to advocate for a better world. So, what specific actions or changes do you believe are essential to achieving the vision of a better world? And do you mention that in the book?
Yes, I want it's I want all races outside of black to first of all get to know a black person for yourself. I know you've heard stories and you've heard your grandmother probably say don't do this and don't fool with blacks, but we're no different than nobody else. And my deal is we haven't had a fair chance. Some of us have had the opportunity to go off to school or and educate themselves to be doctors, lawyers, but as a whole, I saw as when I was probably in about the 12th grade, I saw an interview with Mr. T. He was on the Ed Sullivan show or something like that, and Ed Sullivan was telling his story about how he come out of the worst projects and he's seen death all around him and drugs all around him. And Ed Sullivan said, "What ain't that something? But you made it. You made it out." He said, "No, I haven't." He said, "Till all my brothers and sisters are out, I'm still in bondage." And I feel the same way.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Uh,
Um,
to add to that, real quick,
mhm.
my question to anybody that's have made it out black, who have you went back to bring forward? Who did you bring over with you? You know, other than a family member, your wife and kids. Who did you go back? Harry, if you Harry, tell me, I'm a big fan of hers because she didn't just go back one time. She went back, I think, 8 or 9 times, and she put her life on the line. Who are you willing to die for? You know, your people. So I don't just for my people; it's for all race of people.
Yeah, I love that. And just for the viewers out here, just to give you a little bit of a summary of I Woke Up Black. And actually, the entire title of this is I Woke Up Black, What My Eyes Have Seen, My Ears Have Heard, and My Heart Has Felt. Um, I think that is just I just love, absolutely love that your title. It says, I Woke Up Black by Marvin Michael O'Brien is a story inspired by real life experiences. It follows the life of Marvin, who has witnessed decades of depression, poverty, and a lack of motivation in a nation struggling with love and respect. Despite these challenges, Marvin believes in the importance of respecting one another and finding value in every individual to bring out the best in society. He is deeply concerned about the persistence of racism and hopes to see a change in thinking and teaching for future generations. So, this is truly a good read, and I've had the honor of actually reading it myself.
Wow, good.
Now this is not the only book that you've written, okay?
Wow.
So the first question before we even get into the other books that you have is how are you able to storytell and how have you been able to write the number of books that you've written? Is it all based upon life experiences?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's just a gift from God. And I I think if you went down the road that I went down since I was a kid, storytelling comes from God and it comes from being in the atmosphere of elderly people. I was raised by my great grandparents. My mom's mom raised me, and my great granddad. And so they were in their 60s when day I was born. So they raised me till they was in their 80s. And in the neighborhood I lived in North Little Rock, all the people on the streets was 70 and up. So for 2 or 3 blocks down. So my great grandmother was a well-known lady in that community. She helped everybody. So what she instilled in me by just watching her give people money, they didn't pay her back. She didn't even get a when they came. When they didn't pay her when they were supposed to pay her, and they came, she ran into them at the store or something. They were like, "Oh, Miss Shelton, here you go, your $10, or here you go." She would say, "No, no, 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 you keep that. You keep that." Her thing was do what you say, and I watched her do that. And everybody, when she walked down the street, it's just everybody. Hey, Miss Shelton. Hey, Miss Shelton. So I got that. I think from her to where I found out if you open yourself up to be a loving person and a giving person, people will respect you highly. And so those old people in that neighborhood, I could go from porch to porch and hear stories all day long about when they was a kid, to where I would fall asleep over some lady's house. Miss Mayola was my best friend. She was 80 something. And my grandmother would call over there and say, "Send that boy out here on the phone. That boy, oh girl, he back there taking a nap. He done ate a piece of cake and we've been talking." So the neighborhood took care of me. So I thank God for that because everybody don't get that. So I know I'm blessed to be able to just tell these stories, and I can. You can ride with me in the car for 5 minutes, and I can write a whole story about you.
Wow.
So
That
I
is
can write a whole
amazing.
story. Yeah. So it's definitely a gift. It's not nothing I'm doing. It's just a gift.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so before we go to the other books, I do want to share your promotional video for your story, I Woke Up Black.
Awesome job. That's
Nice.
awesome. Oh, the music, man, that's awesome, and the graphic design is
That's
beautiful. Whoever
you.
put that together,
Look, that's all
yeah,
you.
yeah, man. But
They
y'all
definitely
put it
nailed
together. That's awesome.
it. Well,
Oh my
Angela
goodness,
says,
that's awesome.
awesome video. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
all right. Well, now what I want you to do is share with us your other books. And so let me see. Let me see something. Let us see if I can do this. Let me see if I can share this. All right. So your author page here. So can you tell us about these books? And I hope they're all the right covers. Oh my goodness.
One of them is not. One of them
Uh,
is not. That's
okay.
okay.
Well, we ain't gonna
The
show it then.
No, it's okay.
It's
It's
okay. All
okay. I
right.
changed the cover. Yeah, but all the other ones are changed. Yeah. It's just the one
Okay.
in the middle, life without a father. That's okay. We can go
Okay.
over them. Yes.
So tell us about how to build a strong black man and what do you want your readers to get from that book?
Well, how to build a strong black man. I think it takes a village first of all to build a strong black man. And if you had the opportunity or have had the opportunity to be raised by grandparents and great grandparents, you are truly blessed, and
Mhm.
especially some good uncles and aunts and good cousins, and I had those. So, what I meant by how to raise a strong black man, it takes ingredients, no different than making a cake. You take all these ingredients, you got your eggs, you got your butter. If you eat any one of those with by themselves, they're nasty. But once you blend them all together and stir them up, put them in the pan and put them in the oven, you got a beautiful tasting cake or pie. So I use how to build a strong man is no different than being in the garden. The garden. My great grandma, I had to till her garden and chop her garden and all that good stuff. And she taught me how to make the rows straight. You gotta once you dig the dirt, you gotta bust the dirt down to make the row. And I never forget, she told me, come here, come here, come here. Look down at the row. My row was curving over to the right. She said, you got to make that row straight. So that's the same way I look at raising a young man. You got to raise him straight. You can't sugarcoat anything. You can't let him talk back. You got to let him know who's in control at all times and to respect you and respect yourself. Then she taught me how to plant the seed, how far to put my finger down in there to put the seed down in there and cover it up. So you got to know how to plant the seed. So now you got to know how to water the seed. Too much water will kill everything. So she taught me that. And the most important part, she told me to, like we're going to use, for instance, a tomato vine. Once it started to sprout out, she would tell me to go find sticks and little bitty sticks, and I will put those sticks. She said, because it's going to curl around it and it's going to need some lean. Get a piece of string and tie so to keep it up. So that's the parents. You got to hold the kid up. You can't ever let him fall because he's a kid. That's a new vine growing. It's not even strong yet. So now the other thing she's taught me basically is to how to go back every day in water. And a lot of parents, they'll drop their kids off a day somewhere and they come back a day later or they go out. When you leave that kid, you basically let him fend for himself. Babysitter or not, auntie house or not. Auntie's not going to watch your kid like she's watching hers. Nobody's going to drive your car like you're driving yours. Nobody's going to wear your clothes like you wear yours. So
Wow.
when you start to leave your children attended to, they start to develop their own way of thinking. And so that's my how to build a strong black man. It's called. I like to use this
Wow.
ingredients. You know, it's a garden.
Yeah.
You, you can't miss
Uh,
a day of watering, attending to.
yeah, I think that is an amazing simile. I've never heard it that way before. I love put the stick there so that can keep it strong or moving up. I love that.
Thank
That,
you,
that
thank
that's pretty awesome. Look, I'm gonna have to grab that book now. Um,
you.
now
All right. Oh,
what about Life Without a Father?
ooh, you would have to ask about that, but I'm willing to take. I grew up a very hurt young kid, even though I smiled all the time. And all my teachers now from 30 years back, elementary students, when they join on my Facebook, when I first got on Facebook, social media, they would send me a friend request, and the first thing they asked, "Do you still have that $1 million smile?" All my school teachers thought I had a $1 million smile. So my point is, I smile so much to keep from crying or keep from being sad. So I'm a good.
Wow.
I should get a Oscar for acting.
Wow.
That book, I didn't meet my father till I was 50, and I never seen a picture of him, never heard his voice. Didn't know what he looked
Wow.
like, didn't have a clue. So I grew up very bitter, very bitter. So I played football, I'm very good at linebacker. I used to love to hurt people. I didn't know what the score was. All I know is I'm out here to hurt somebody. And I did that a lot. Ambulance came out a lot of times. So when people say that when they see me now, because I was ranked one of the top linebackers in the state of Arkansas for 2 years. And when people see me now, because I never talk about football because I don't remember it. I went out there for fun. I
Okay.
tell them, we all sit together. They say, "Man, you remember when you hit this dude?" I said, "No, I don't. I wasn't that person that I am now. I'm happy now." So there's no hurt no more. It's over with. So when I first contacted my dad, I was he first thing he asked me, "Well, how are you doing?" I said, "Well, first of all, I'm doing fine." I said, "Let me explain this to you before we get started. I don't need anything from you." I said, if you don't mind, I don't want to ever talk about what you and my mom went through. I just want to know, can me and you start out as friends? I said, I don't have no grudges. And we to this I need to call him. He's supposed to be on here tonight. Him and my other mom. We have a beautiful relationship. Beautiful relationship. And
Wow.
so, but that book has a lot of. I wrote it because I really want people to know, if you know where he is, or if you know where your child is. I don't care how old he is. He can be 50, like I was. That's some start there. That's some start. It's a start button called a reset that you can start from now. And I told him, I said, I just want to get to know you before I died or you died. So we've been for 5, 6 years. It's nonstop. And I got two twin brothers I never met before. So I'm gonna try to meet them either by Christmas or right after. But I'm the
Wow.
oldest. I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Wow. Look, I know the viewers feel the same way that I do, but I just thank you for being vulnerable with us and sharing these things with us. At our conference in October, we're going to have a men's mental health panel with a number of
Mhm.
men. And if you were able to attend, I mean, I know you would be such an inspiration to that whole
Yeah.
group. But we're going to have an opportunity to do that
Yeah.
again. Um, but yeah, thank you
Yes.
for being as vulnerable as you have been with us tonight. And then,
Yes.
it don't stop there, y'all. Okay, we got two more books to go. Okay. Now, Uncle
Yeah.
Barber,
Yeah.
what's that one about?
That's my life. Being coming from Arkansas, not knowing anybody in Texas but my brother, my sister, my uncle. Within 6 years, like I said, I had my own business. I was ranked number one barbers here in this Dallas Fort Worth area. Everybody knew me. I was in all kind of contests for Burner Brothers, and I was a platform artist. So I really, with my personality, the way I have for people, and all that stuff, it drew just like a magnet. And I that book just made that being a barber made me so much money. Uh, I couldn't even tell you. I'm scared to even tell you, but
Wow.
the lifestyle I live with all the Jaguars, Mercedes, and fancy cars, Corvettes, and tons of money, jewelry, fine clothes. It brought me all that with joy too. And I helped. The main thing is I helped anybody that need help. Uh, I probably brought over 30 barbers out of Pine Bluff and Little Rock, all the whole state of Arkansas to Texas, and they still here today and doing their thing. So that book is just my life, my lifestyle, and if you notice the title of the barber, it's Uncle Barber now, but then I renamed it from bar. It used to be from barber to baller to broke to back again because
I
I
saw
lost
that.
everything twice. Yeah, I
Wow.
lost everything twice, and I'm on my third strike, and I'm not striking out now. I'm hitting home runs, you
I know
know.
that's
So
right.
that lets you. But the most important thing is that people sometimes it's best to fall down to get back up. Know how to get back up. You'd be surprised people that are on top right now couldn't get back on top again because they don't have the what it takes or the support team, your support team. Let me say this real quick, and I'll be done with that. Whenever I failed, I knew I was going to bounce back because immediately what came to my head was my school teachers. What would they say
Wow.
if I was homeless? What would my friends and what would my people, my circle, what would they say? So they gave me strength. Everybody got to have a rope to pull with. You can't wait on somebody to pick you up. They may never. They may never. You'd be surprised who want to see you down, who prayed that you one day fail. And I found that out too. And so you have to pull your own self up, with God first and give you strength. But you got to have some grit about yourself. You got to use these hands and your mind to pull yourself up too. You have to, I call it, you have to your circle. You have to know who's really in your corner. I heard a guy say one time, everybody that's in your circle ain't in your square. Everybody that's standing behind
Hmm.
you don't have your back. So I had to learn. I thought everybody's my friend just because they call your name or they smiling when they walk up to you. Boy, the devil comes now with a smile. Yes.
Wow. Look, now you dropping some nuggets here. And I'm
Man.
loving it. Okay, everybody who's not in your circle, not in your square. I'm gonna have to start using that now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
everybody that's in your circle that may not be in your square though.
may not be in your
So
square. I
that means you
like
got
that.
people just to stand around you just to grab what you drop, but they don't plan on putting that in the pot. They want to just receive.
Wow. Like so
Yeah.
before we get to your next book though, one of the things wait, let me see. Yvette has commented. She said this is an awesome testimony. Your legacy should not be determined by the amount of money you make, but by the amount of people you have invested in by empowering, encouraging, and elevating them to the next level. I love it.
Yes. Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you.
She's one of our
Yes.
sister companies, Allure Publishing. Shout out to
Okay.
Allure Publishing, CEO Yvette
Yeah.
Miller.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Miss.
Now I got a question now. The
Yes.
barbershop, the
Mhm.
actual movie. Now, is it really like that in the barbershops? Because I'm a woman. I don't be in the barbershops like that. Is it like that? Is it like a taxi cab confession type thing?
I'm asking you a question, but I will say this. I would rather be in a barbershop, work 1 year in a barbershop than to go to college for 4 years. I rather run. I re, you learn so much in a barbershop on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. It's because all the customers that come in, they bring their problems, they bring their good stories, they bring their bad stories. I done heard it all. I just through my clients and the
Wow.
clients that comes in. And so we know what's going on downtown, what the city finna do because all your city officials come into the barbershop. All the preachers, we know what preacher got caught doing something he ain't supposed to be doing because all the noise come through the barbershop. The barbershop is the cornerstone of every neighborhood, every city. Oh, sometimes you ought to just go in there and sit and watch TV and just
Wow.
keep your ears open. You're gonna hear it all. You're gonna hear it all, and you're gonna see it all. You're gonna see it all. You get
That's something.
girlfriends. Oh, you get girlfriends, wives coming up there cutting tires and all that good stuff. It's horrible stuff, but you're gonna get it right at the
Mm.
excuse me at the barbershop.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, look. We done heard it from the man himself. Okay, now he done owned the barbershop, so I just
Yeah,
might
man.
have to sit down, be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, man. It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
In
It's
the
entertainment.
final book, but I'm sure it won't be the final book that you're going to publish.
Yes.
But no
Yes.
more excuses. What's the message there?
I'm gonna tell you why I wrote that book. It's a shock to me, and I hate to even say it. I can't call no names, of course, so I won't do. I definitely wouldn't do that.
Hmm.
But I had a huge clientele, so I had these two ladies. I thought they were sisters. whatever. They would bring this young kid in every other week, and they would let nobody cut his hair but mine. And I grew to love that little kid. I need to find him today. I'm sure he's about 20, 21 now. So I'm in the shop. I cut his hair, and the lady that used the two ladies, one of them would get it. She had kind of low haircut, but it wasn't too low. But she told me, Marvin, you got anybody next? I want you to trim my sideburns. I want you to make them thin. And she did have kind of long sideburns. I said, okay, no problem. So I did that and showed her the mirror. She loved it, liked it. The next question she asked me was, can I trim her mustache? I almost dropped my clippers.
Okay.
And I, in the moment that I trimmed her mustache, I watched him walk out the door, and I went got my pen and paper, and I said, no more excuses. What no more excuses is, our men have not just laid down, fallen down, they've laid down to where another woman has to step in as the daddy to a young boy. It really tore me apart, you know. So I started really talking about the men real. We can't do this. You can't do this. You got to put them video games down. Pull your pants up. You got to, get out, go to the military, go to college, get a trade, do something. You got to learn how to treat a lady like a lady's supposed to be treated. Treat a woman rather like a woman's supposed to be treated. And you can't treat. Evidently, we treating these guys so bad that these women feel that they'd rather be with another woman. So I'm sorry to say that on live like that, but
Yeah,
that's you
no,
have,
you speaking the truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
That hurt me real
Mm.
bad. I haven't seen him since. And
Wow.
I want to know how that little boy turned out because he was about 5, so he ought to be 20 now. At least, yeah, I give him 20 now.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You know, the men's are we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, well, look, one day and one man at a time, right?
There
And
you go.
we appreciate you for being that advocate. You're like the advocate for positivity here. I'm loving
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. You, you know what I tell people everywhere I go? I don't know everything. I just know a little bit about a lot.
See, you cool. You missed the cool. See, that's why that music. That's why they chose that
Oh man,
music
yeah, I
just for
like that
you.
music. Who is that? I need that CD or whatever it is. I need that. That music was hit, man.
So now we're gonna shift a little bit
Okay.
because we're gonna be wrapping things up, and I
Mhm.
guess I'd like to know, how did you find out about She Publishing and what made you want to publish through a publisher?
Uh, through Greg Davis. Uh,
Hmm.
we all in Arkansas call him Mooney, and we went to college together at Central Arkansas and at UCA at Central Arkansas at Conway. And I didn't know Greg. I didn't know Greg in high school. We had a talent show the first week of college there. They had a talent show by the second week, I guess. And I wouldn't go. I went to the talent show. It was so packed, I had to stand in the door. The usher just let me stand in the door. And Greg was on stage performing Dougie Fresh by himself, the Get Fresh crew. Turned the crowd out. I said, I want to know that guy right there. I mean, the whole crowd was like they was at a Prince concert, and he was a freshman in college, and I was. So when he came out that door, I said, "Man, let me just shake your hand. I don't know who you are." I said, "Man, you cold blooded. We've been friends ever since." So Greg told me about you, and he said, "OB, they the bomb, man." I said, "Well, if you say they the bomb, I got to call her today." I was back in my car and he was telling me about his new book. He get the I said, well, send me the number. I'm gonna call this morning. And I did. And so that's how powerful that was. And thank God
Wow.
yeah, man. Greg moved here to Texas too, and he's been here a long time. Like I said, we call him Mooney. I don't know about Greg, but on air, I'm gonna tell you his real name, so you know. But Greg, good guy, man. Come from a beautiful family.
Yeah, that is
And he's
really something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he spoke highly about you and your company.
Wow. Well,
And
look,
he didn't tell not one lie.
he
Everything
didn't
he
tell
said
a
was
lie.
yeah, he did. He didn't tell enough. How about that? Yeah, he lied to me. He didn't
I
tell me I was
love
gonna get.
it.
He didn't tell me I was gonna get the gold. I thought I was getting silver.
Oh man, look, I love it. I love it. Jada, grab me one of them newsletter mags up front. So you know what? So you are actually on one of our books and business newsletter mags.
Yes, thank you.
And let me see. I'm trying to see if I can, it's in my office in a box. I'm trying to see if I can grab one of those, but if I cannot grab a newsletter mag, let me see if I can show the peoples the
Yeah,
cover of the B&B newsletter mag. It is the July edition. Let me see. I could probably grab it. Let's see. Where are you? Okay, let's see. Let's look at the newsletter mags, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, right here.
there it is. There it is.
Yep. So
Thank you.
I actually have a copy of that newsletter mag, but unfortunately, I don't have it right with me at this
Yes.
very moment. So
Mhm.
you will be getting a copy of that Books and Business newsletter mag. Yvette Miller, my sister, thank you. She says she publishing is amazing. Anita
Yes.
Jameson, she said she's in the building. And she is saying hey to everyone. Yes, that's one of my cousins, and you have to get a copy of I Woke Up
Yes.
Black. I Woke Up Black.
Thank
I
you so
love it.
much.
So wow. So where can the people get the book from? Where can the people get this amazing book from?
Well, definitely Amazon. Definitely MarvinO'Brien.com and at Amazon. I think Amazon and
Mhm.
uh, Barnes and Noble, right? I think Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be coming out on a number of different platforms, actually.
Yes.
Um, but another thing you didn't tell us tonight before
Okay.
we go, you are a
Mhm.
part of the She Squad, the crew that's going to
Yes.
Houston, Texas.
I will be in the building. I can't
And
wait. I can't make it to Chicago, but I'm definitely going to be there. I am
yeah,
ready.
we are excited. We are excited. And then finally, because I'm not gonna keep you all night, I promise. Do you have
That's
any
okay.
final do you have any final words for our viewers about any of your books or any nuggets you
No.
want to drop on us?
Well, first, I would like to say for any viewers that's watching or those that will watch in the future, sheep publishing is the way to go. I wouldn't go no other route. I'm happy with everything they've done. They've been very consistent. I've been lazy and they've been pushing
No.
me, and they give you a good push too to make you want to get up the next morning and go get it. And what amazing young lady you are, and your mom and your company. And all I can say is keep doing what you're doing. And I got more people I'm sure going to come your way after I get through. And that's the way that is. And other than that, I hope you do go out and buy the book. And I hope I don't disappoint you in the words that I put in. And keep in mind, they're nobody else's words. They're my life story and my experiences that I've experienced for 56 years.
Wow.
Thank you for logging in.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our guests. We will be dropping this video on our YouTube channel, so you will be able to view this channel on Facebook as well as on YouTube. We will put the YouTube link in the chat for those who want to support, because Marvin is actually, because he participated in this interview tonight, he is a nominee for the ShePub Network Award. It's an award that we give out every year. And I'll just show you a little glimpse of that award. I normally don't show a glimpse of the awards, but this is a
That's all
glimpse
right.
of the book award
Yeah.
for whoever wins the ShePub Network Award. It's a book, it's a crystal book. So good
Yeah.
luck to you, Marvin.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give you my address so you can go ahead and send it to me tomorrow. It's done deal. You got my address?
Thank you.
I'm naming and claiming it right now.
Yes, you are. I heard that. Well,
Man,
thank you for joining us, Marvin. It was a
thank
pleasure
you.
to have
Thank you.
you.
You too. And everybody to join on. God, thank you. God bless.
Yes. All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was Marvin Michael O'Brien. He wrote the book I Woke Up Black. And so just to let you guys know, yep, Gloria says congratulations, Marvin. Everybody from the She family, our community of authors, our family of authors, we truly like to give them A1 service if we possibly can. And so we're all working together and we're collaborating and we are truly a family. We're going to be in Houston, Texas next month, as well as Chi-Town next month doing some things. But the Men of She will be hosting the She Conference and Networking Convention this year. So what I've been doing is I have been promoting them, and so I will leave on that note. Thank you for joining us tonight.